Oh my gosh, I immediately just got hot once I pressed record. Leos were born for the spotlight, their love for drama, glamour, and their self-expression. But I want to say it doesn't just stop there. It extends to storytelling, which they devour. Today we are diving into books all about fame and stardom, from celebrity memoirs to celebrity-driven fiction books. Leo energy is bold, is very fiery, and to me, it's quite impossible to ignore. If you love the thrill of the spotlight, and you love reading books, and you love astrology, then you're at the right place. Let's get started.
3, 2, 1.
I love you.
Hello, my name is Danyell Carmelita, your favorite tarot reader and astrologer. And today, if you didn't read the title, we are talking about books that it's all about fame. We're talking about the ego. We're talking about celebrity. We're talking about performers, the actors, center stage, basically. I just want to apologize right now. I am using a program on my computer because it makes it easy for me to record. And sometimes when I do gestures, it makes some background things. So apologies now if you see anything, because I love to use my hands and I just haven't had the time to edit and figure out how to not make that pop up. But don't forget to thumbs up, subscribe, and do what you need to do for this video. Anyway, so why is Leo connected to fame and spotlight energy? First of all, Leo is ruled by the sun, which is the center of our solar system. And just like the sun, Leo demands attention. It wants to be recognized, it craves visibility, and it loves to be seen. Leo also is in charge of confidence and charisma, and the energy of confidence radiates through Leo energy. Hence why Leos are drawn to fame and performing, and naturally their personality just shines. Leo energy is also about creative expression, and when they are expressing themselves boldly, you get it through art, you get it through performance, you get it through the stage, and also storytelling. Lastly, Leo energy also is about the influence and leadership. It's a fire sign, and fire energy loves to inspire and lead. Oh, well, really lastly is the love of drama. And if we have a great story, then there's some drama added to it. So let's go into the books from this sun-ruled energy. First, I want to do some honorable mentions. So the first honorable mention is The Compound by... I can't say the author's name. And the reason why this is an honorable mention is because this is about a reality show. I guess when you are on a reality show, you do want to be famous, but I guess I just was thinking celebrities more like Hollywood movie stars, but here, this is someone who's trying to be famous, right? A character named Lily, and they're on a quest for recognition and validation. And there are 20-something people involved in this book, and they participate in a reality show set on a remote desert compound. Contestants compete for luxury rewards and survival, all under constant surveillance. It's giving Big Brother, it's giving Love Island, and we just experienced Love Island, if you guys didn't know. And the narrative dwells into the blurred lines between performance and reality, desire and desperation. Very Leo energy. I've heard some mixed reviews on this, so I'm curious to read this book. Another honorable mention is The Picture of Dorian Gray by Oscar Wilde. And this is a 4 stars. This is a gothic horror book. This is also a classic. I actually love the cover of this book, actually. It is giving dark energy. That's like a shadow there. But this is about a main character named Dorian Gray who is obsessed with beauty and fame. He sells his soul to remain young and beautiful, while a portrait of him reflects some inner corruption. This is giving some Libra vibes because you are talking about art. The ego and the vanity is involved here, so that's why I added to the Leo energy. But this can easily be involved in Libra, because Libra does involve aesthetics and art and creativity, even Neptune. But look, there's even a little art palette here too. Might be interested in reading that. Another honorable mention is actually 2. One is The Plot, and it's by Jean Hoff, and it's 3.8 stars, and it is, I think, a book series, and that is book 1, and the other one is Yellowface, and they both seem very similar to me. They're both about authors who basically steal a storyline from someone else. In The Plot, he's a teacher, and he steals it from his former student, where in Yellowface, she steals it from her best friend who passed away, and they steal the stories, say it's their own, and they become really famous through it. So also too, this book was also, I think, in my Gemini thing because it's dealing with a writer. So both of those books were in my Gemini, but the famous part becomes in the Leo section too. So those are my honorable mentions. Let's get into the fiction section. First, fiction books. I mentioned these already in previous Leo books, and we have The Seven Husbands of Evelyn Hugo. We also have Daisy Jones and the Six, and then I even added Carol Soto in this. We can even add a little bit of Malibu Rising. These are books all written by the same author, Taylor Jenkins. First of all, this book is about trying to be famous through music and rock and roll. This one is someone who's already famous. There is a Hollywood icon. So this one is really about fame and their story, and there's a plot twist involved. And also too, it's like LBGT. I read this book, 5 stars across the board. The reason why I say Malibu Rising, which I read that book too and own it, but I don't have it with me, I gave that one a 5 stars as well. The main character, one of the siblings in that book, is really famous, and the family is famous throughout Malibu. So that one could be dealing with a little Leo energy too. And then we have Carol Soto. I have not read this book. I do not own it. And it's called Carol Soto is Back. And it's got a 4.2 rating. It's a historical fiction. It's about a former tennis superstar who comes out of retirement to reclaim her record. She is competing, and Leo energy is also about competing as well. All the fire signs are very adventurous, very bold. They use their physical body a lot, but there's a showmanship when you are competing as well. But the Leo drive of excellence and recognition also is aligned with that book. Now, another book which is also quite different from what you think is the normal Leo fame kind of book, and we have the Hunger Games trilogy. Well, of all the books, even I would consider the recent book that I read, the most recent book, I'll put it here. But the reason why we have this is because Katniss, the main character, becomes really famous. First of all, she's a natural leader, which is very Leo energy, and she has a lot of courage. She's very loyal, but the fame is really huge here. And there is competition, there is bravery, there is courageous energy along with fame. They all start to love her. This is a little plot twist, but I would say 100% this is giving Leo energy as well. Now, here are books that I have not read and I'm considering reading during Leo season. First, I have Will They or Won't They by Ava Wilder. It's a 3.5 star romance contemporary. On screen, they're in love. Off screen, they can't stand each other. It's 2 co-stars with a complex history, and they reunite to film the final season. I haven't heard anything about it. I haven't even seen this book cover before, but it looks interesting. Another one is Famous Last Words by Katie Allender. It's 4 stars. This is a mystery and it's a fiction, of course, but it's about celebrities and public image, Hollywood history, and there's a murder involved in Los Angeles. It's a killer who reenacts a famous movie murder scenes. Oh, that's really interesting. I think even too, it said that the main character had things happening around her. She didn't know if she was like tripping or what, but yeah, I think that was the synopsis of that book. So that's really interesting. 4 stars, that's pretty high. Now, here we have nonfiction, because how can we do nonfiction without getting into some celebrities, right? Book we have is House of Gucci. It's by Sarah Gay Forden. It's a true crime. It's 3.4 stars on Goodreads. It's about celebrity fashion, power, and scandal. I think finding out who killed the owner of Gucci, which I thought it was Versace. So I guess I don't know anything about Gucci. Another one, I've owned this book and I think I read it, but I definitely owned it. It's called Going Clear, Scientology, Hollywood, and the Prison of Belief, and it's by Lawrence Wright. It didn't have a rating on Goodreads, but it had one on Amazon, which Amazon owns Goodreads. So that confused me, but it has a 4.4 stars on there. It's a national bestseller, and it's from the basis of the HBO documentary, which I remember seeing it, but it's about Scientologists and uncovering the inner works of the church. And if you're like, well, that's more about religion, but Scientologists is huge in Hollywood. I am from LA, and there is a huge Scientologist building in Hollywood. And when you go on a Hollywood strip, there are Scientologists trying to recruit you, and there's a lot of celebrities connected to this religion. I would say this is giving some Leo energy too. A title is called Scientology Hollywood. Another one we have here, and now this is when it becomes more about the celebrities, right? It's called From Here to the Great Unknown. It is by Lisa Marie Presley and Rowley. I can't say her last name. And why is her last name not Presley? I'm confused. Has a 4.2 star rating. Lisa Marie Presley asked her daughter to help her finally finish her long-lasting memoir, 2022, and a month later she passed away. That's very interesting. I'm sure Elvis is all up in this book. And from what I understand, Lisa Marie was 13 when she met Elvis Presley. But I would think that's giving some Leo energy as well. Another book which I've heard nothing but great reviews on, and this is The Third Gilmore Girl. It's by Kelly Bishop. Beloved award-winning actress Kelly Bishop, famous for playing the iconic Emily Gilmore in Gilmore Girls. I guess I've never watched Gilmore Girls. But she does a tell-all, and it's about 6 decades of her being in the show business. But I heard positive things about this book. Another one is I'm Glad My Mom Died by Jeanette McCurdy. One is a memoir, and it's about the former Nickelodeon actress. A raw and unflinching look at her abusive relationship with her mother, giving Cancer vibes. The struggles she faced as a child star. That's giving a Leo vibes. We have, which is very popular, famous singer, The Woman in Me by Britney Spears. I don't think I have to say much about this book, but the audio I'm really curious to listen to because I'm pretty sure she does the audio, but it's about the account of her life and her career and conservatorship that controlled her for over a decade. I would give this Scorpio and Pluto vibes, but we are talking about Britney Spears, who's very famous, so we can give it about Leo too. The one book I did not mention is Born a Crime by Trevor Noah. I read this book, 100% 5 stars. I think it's a YA because it's really about when he was younger. It's the former host of The Daily Show recounts his childhood growing up in South Africa during the final years of apartheid. The book is both funny, poignant, exploring themes of race, identity, and finding one's place in the world. This was so funny. I love this book, and I do recommend it for a lot of young boys too. And lastly, we have Green Lights by Matthew McConaughey. This is a memoir. It's unique. It's about Matthew, of course, personal reflections and life lessons he's learned. To be a feeling good and inspiring read with a very distinctive voice. I don't know why I have that. Oh, you know what? I Show in Bossy Pants. I actually read this book by Tina Fey. I think it's kind of funny. I actually didn't do the book. I actually did the audio, and I would listen to it in the morning, and my husband would actually listen to it with me as well. It was really good. Oh, also too, Matthew Perry wrote a book. He passed away, so I think this will be pretty good too. It's called Friends, Lovers, and the Big Terrible Thing, an often difficult account about his rise to fame on Friends and his lifelong struggle with addiction. Very Pisces and Neptune energy as well. Those are the books that we have far as fame. Let me know what book you are interested in, or if you're going to read any of these books, or if you have one already that you read about celebrities or fame that you really enjoyed. Please write it down below because I am very curious. I love to read. I'm always reading. Okay. Next video, we are going to be closing and wrapping up all the books that I read during Leo season. I'll give you my rating, and then we'll go into the next season. Bye, Leos. We're going to move into Virgos. Oh my gosh, are we ready for that? Wow, it gets very serious. It gets very practical and very healthy. All right, I will see you guys next time. Bye.
Bye-bye.